Mr. Speaker, we have seen democratic decline in Canada under these Liberals, and this is no more true than with the Winnipeg Lab documents. And the NDP have completely betrayed themselves and the promises they made in the last election. It turns out that this coalition is serving up the worst of both parties. The Liberals are adopting NDP economics, and the NDP are adopting the Liberals' culture of secrecy. Why is this NDP Liberal government blocking Parliament's access to these documents?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we have a different definition of blocking. The truth is the opposition Conservatives asked to look at these documents. They were given the opportunity at NSCOP, and they didn't want to take that opportunity, which is fine, Mr. Speaker. So we provided another mechanism that was based on the same mechanism they used for Afghan detainees. It was a system that Mr. Harper and many of those in his caucus or then who are here today thought was a good system. We agreed. We offered it. So I would ask the member opposite why he is refusing to look at these documents. It's a very bizarre thing to stand up and demand to look at something that we're trying to show him.
The Honourable Member for Lethbridge.
That's just one of many actions being taken by this NDP Liberal coalition government. Let me give you other examples. Ministers can now end democratic debate without notice, just at will. In addition to that, of course, the documents are being refused to be granted with regards to the study of the Emergencies Act. In addition to that, you're now moving, the members opposite are now moving Bill C-11, which will shut down our ability to use the internet with freedom. It will control what we can see, what we can hear, and what we can post online. So the question is, why is the government so determined to kill democracy?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Now, Mr. Speaker, I was in the opposition when Stephen Harper was the Prime Minister. I recall an over 200-page handbook on how to frustrate committees, shut down the House, and obstruct process. I find it...
Okay, I'm sure everybody wants to hear the answer to that question. I'll ask the Honourable Government House Leader from the top, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And that brings me to the question of these documents. Again, not only can they see the documents, but we said that if they want to challenge the redactions, they can do so to an independent panel of jurists that will make a decision on what can be made public. So, yes, they can look at them. Yes, they can challenge the redactions if they want them to be public. So, excuse me for being confused as to why they're getting upset when I'm saying, yes, you can. So, come and look at the documents. They're available. There's a process you can participate in. Other parliamentarians are participating in it, and I think they're confusing themselves with the previous government, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Sherwood Park, Saskatchewan.
Speaker, the International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance in Stockholm is the global authority on evaluating the performance of democracies. It provides objective analysis on the health of democracies. In the key category of checks on government, Canada's score has dropped precipitously since 2015. We're now lower than the United States and every single country in Western Europe. Weakening checks on government power is weakening Canadian democracy, and international experts are noticing. When will the government face up to the problem that they are causing and commit to reversing democratic decline in Canada?
Hear, hear. The Honourable Government House Leader.
Let's talk about some of the things we don't do. What we don't do is use parliamentary secretaries in committee to control those committees and not allow members to ask questions. That's what the members on the opposite side did. They frustrated committees. They used parliamentary secretaries to shut down debate and not allow democratic processes to work. It was command and control all the time, 24/7. Instead, what we've said, Mr. Speaker, and this line of questioning, again, confuses me. If they want to look at documents, we've offered not only one, but two separate processes. They have an opportunity to challenge redactions, to make them public. They don't get to decide what goes public. We don't get to decide what goes public. National security needs to be independently protected, Mr. Speaker.